If you have a pool, then safety is probably already top of mind, especially if you have kids or pets. Today we're looking at a DIY pool fencing solution. Now before we dive in, I want to be fully transparent. The manufacturer did send me this product to check out and put to the test, but I'll be giving you my honest take on what it takes to install it and the build quality. Now for my pool, I needed about 4 boxes of these. This specific set comes with 14 panels and 2 gates. In total, each box that I receive will cover about 36 linear feet. I'm starting in the most obvious place that I think that the gate should be, and then I'm just gonna work my way around the pool from here. Right out of the box, you can feel the weight of the metal and the build quality. It's got a really nice black and silver powder coated, almost feels like a hammered type texture to it. I just brought this other panel from a competitor to show you the difference here of the 2 panels. You can see like the build quality on this one is just basically thin wire, and this is a much more thick, substantial panel. What's nice about this height is it's tall enough to deter toddlers and most pets, but it's not so tall that it completely blocks your view of the water, so you still get to enjoy that resort feel of your pool area. Now, I just wanted to kind of stop and show you guys here how I handled this elevation. Don't be deterred if you have an elevation like I do, because it was really easy, no extra tools or anything required. I just basically stepped up each panel like you see there, and it leaves very little gap underneath, so there's no worries there. And we'll just bring it back around over here. I actually like the way it's turning out. This is 1 box so far, by the way, too. So what you see here so far is just 1 box that I've used. 36 linear feet. Now, one thing I didn't notice until I got started, but you know, it's fairly easy to adapt. These little stoppers that can go in the end there, they'll protect your concrete or your floors if you're using this inside, maybe as a pet containment area or something, but those do go in the bottom, and I sort of neglected that. I'll go back and put them in each one. So now that I know that this is a thing, I'm gonna use them. They also do give you rubber stoppers for the end of each one of these poles as well. I'll go back and adjust all of them, but just so you know though, those are included. Another nice addition they give you in each box is straps to strap all the panels together, and a carry strap, so that if you want to pack all this up and move it away, you certainly can, and it's easy to carry. So once I figured out there was a rubber stopper, I went ahead and put one on just to see if I could kind of squeeze it through here with it on, or if it has to be off and be put on afterwards. And it's looking like you got to put it on after the fact, so probably best I left those off. I'll just go back and put them on at a later date. Actually, I can probably just slip it on right now as it's going down. Yeah, super simple to put that in. I decided to put another one of the gates right here up top, just in case somebody wants to jump in on the deep end without having to walk the little bit of a plank that I'm going to leave them around the edge of the pool. That would probably be me doing belly flops in the pool. One thing I notice about this system that I really like so far is how quickly I can kind of customize the shape of it in the way that I want to use it, because as I'm going along here, I'm seeing other areas that I want to fence in, like this pot here. My dogs kind of like to mark it every once in a while. Wasn't really something I anticipated doing, but now that I see the area, I can adjust it. So I'm going to go around this way and make that planter stay out of reach of the dogs. And just as I was sitting here talking about that, how easy I could adjust things, I'm kind of thinking to myself that this would be another great place for a gate, so that my wife could come in here and water this plant if she really wanted to, rather than the dogs coming in and, you know, using their own water. And so I think I'm going to take this out, and we're going to put a gate right there. One of the biggest selling points here is that no special tools are required setup, and it uses a reinforced stake system that's meant for in-ground stability. Because the panels are pre-drilled, they just link together. I was able to set it up exactly like I wanted it, customize it exactly how I wanted it, as far as putting the gates where I wanted them, taking out some, putting in some. I actually had 8 gates that I could have used, and I only used 4 of them, and I'm not really sure I needed to use 4, but I went ahead and used 4 anyway. I put one of the gates here near the skimmer. I put one over there where I showed you before to access that little area where we have some gardening going on. I put one at the middle section at the top for belly flops, and I put another one over here near the stairs. The flexibility is really outstanding. As you can see, you can configure this to just about any shape you would want whether you have round, rectangular, or an odd-shaped pool like I have. You can also use this to do many other things, like keep your pets out of garden areas or block off a specific patio section. Once you have the fence set up where you want, you can just push these down in with a rubber mallet, or usually even with your fingers. Now, obviously, because of the way I have mine set up, some of my stakes fall on the concrete, which is okay. It's still plenty stable when you get it all hooked up together. And of course, you don't have to have any of this on your pool deck. You can have it completely surrounding your pool deck. I just wanted to have some of my pool deck open that wasn't inside the fence because our yard is already fenced in. So for us, this is just a way to keep our granddaughter from being able to come out of the house and access the pool. Now let's talk about the gate for a second. That's kind of the most important part. And this gate includes a double latch, one on the top and one on the bottom. And because those gates have top and bottom latches, you need to be intentional to open it. You can't just nudge it open. What do you think? Do you think it's going to keep her out?
It's going to do a good job.
Now this kit, like I said, includes 2 gates for 36 foot of fence, which is generous, and you might not need that many gates, but it's nice to have options. As for the weather, it's coated with a UV resistant finish, and since it's going to be sitting in the sun and near your pool, that rust resistant finish is a must-have for any fence that's expected to last more than a season. And if you're heading into the off season and want the fence gone, it folds down for easy storage. So here's my impressions now that I have it installed. This is a very budget-friendly option when compared to those professionally installed glass or mesh pool fences. It's sturdy enough, it's customizable, it's DIY friendly, and most importantly, it gives you that extra layer of protection between the water and your loved ones. If you're looking for a way to secure your patio or pool this season and you are up for a very easy DIY project, this Petorldog fence is definitely worth a look. I'll leave a link down below in the description. That's an affiliate link. It helps the channel at no extra cost to you. I really appreciate it when you use those to either purchase or check pricing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.